It was high noon when it happened. I had just wrapped up some paperwork on the dreaded Phantom mashed potato hurler case. Thanks to me, the hurler was behind bars, and people were once more safe to go to their favorite family restaurant without fear of harassment from some spud-slinging psycho. In an effort to relax, I had become deeply engrossed in some of the latest literature from the Ore-ida folks. It was a gorgeous brochure. Suddenly, the phone rang. It was old Pop Beeler, the owner of Pop's Diner. I decided to take the call.
Yeah, Pop, what's wrong?
Spud, it's me, Pop Beeler.
When did it happen?
Oh, there's been trouble.
I'll be right over.
You better get over here quick.
I guess I'll drop by then.
Would you please get over here now?
Okay, and thanks for calling.
Just get over here.
Yes, I will be by soon.
Quick.
Thank you.
Please.
It wasn't easy to pull myself away from that great brochure, but I decided to go and see what the excitement was all about.
Spud, you gotta help me. Don't let him take me, please. Spud, help me.
Snap out of it, Pop!
No, you snap out of it.
No, you snap out of it.
No, you snap out of it.
All right, okay. Tell me what happened.
Okay. Big Jake came in.
Pop began to explain what had happened that morning. At about 11:30 a.m., he was serving lunch to the party of Big Jake the Crusher Jackson, a famous wrestler who was so tough he cleaned his fingernails with a chainsaw. Evidently, Jake and his pals were unhappy with the meal, and they expressed their displeasure to Pop in no uncertain terms. They said that if tomorrow's lunch wasn't perfect, he'd be found blackened and broken just like his French fries. It's not surprising the little guy was shaken like a jackhammer operator in an earthquake.
What'll I do?
Show me the food you gave them. Pop, you don't mean to tell me you served them fries like this?
But Spud.
No buts about it, Pop. I think Jake was justified in being upset. I would be too if I were served this. Looks like business is falling off.
Yeah, it has been slow lately.
Slow.
I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm just a fig.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself, Pop. Perhaps all you need is a review of proper cooking procedures.
I've been cooking French fries for 30 years.
Really? Maybe you should take a rest. What I'm saying is, maybe you don't know how to make the perfect fry. Yes, it's really quite simple.
And so I began to explain to Pop how the ideal French fry is prepared. Proper French fry preparation begins in the freezer. The potatoes should be put in storage immediately when they are received and kept at 0 degrees Fahrenheit until ready to fry. When removing potatoes from frozen storage, take only the amount needed for the orders to be fried. Best results are obtained when fries go into the hot oil in a hard, frozen state. It's the combination of the frozen fries and hot oil that produces crisp, golden fries. Handling with care is the order of the day. Frozen potatoes are brittle and break easily. This is especially important with premium length potatoes like Ore-ida, where extra length gives you more portions per case. And of course, it always makes sense to start with the best quality potatoes, like Ore-ida, to assure the best looking, best tasting finished product. It's very important to put the correct amount of fries into the fry basket, never more than half full. When you overfill, the potatoes in the middle are insulated and don't get cooked completely. The result is partially cooked French fries with weak texture and reduced holding time. Another critical factor in deep fat frying is the temperature of the cooking oil. Too cold means soggy, greasy fries. Too hot causes discoloring and brittleness. 350 degrees to 360 degrees is just right and gives you this. No complaints here. At least once a week, check your fryer thermostats with a mercury thermometer to make sure the thermostats are working properly. If they are not, have them adjusted immediately. A lying thermostat can be a disaster. Besides temperature, fry time is also very important. Here are some general guidelines from Ore-Ida for cooking times that produce profitable results. Frying by sight can be misleading. Color alone doesn't tell you when your fries are done. Proper timing does. Make sure to check case directions for correct cooking times and follow them. When the fries are done, remove the basket and shake off the excess oil. Dump the fries immediately into the warming pan. Don't leave them in the basket over the hot oil to drain. If you do, you'll get soggy fries. Look at this little beauty. Know what caused it? A destructive practice called double dipping. Here's what goes wrong. First fries are left over the kettle to drain. The first mistake. They cool off. To warm them up, they are plunged back into the hot oil, which recooks a cool, soggy product and turns it into a real undesirable. The ideal time to serve French fries is immediately after they've come out of the fry kettle. When holding product, make sure the landing station is kept at 130 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Bagged shoestrings should not be held for more than 3 minutes. Unbagged shoestrings no longer than 7 minutes. Larger cuts can be held slightly longer. Salting your fries is a matter of taste, yours and your customers', but where you salt is critical. Always salt away from the fry kettle. Salting over the kettle puts salt into the oil and causes it to break down faster, reducing its cooking ability. That means oil will need to be changed more often. Keeping the oil clean is one of the most important steps you can take in deep fat frying. Oil should be filtered at least once a day to remove food accumulation and carbonized particles that impart a bad flavor and color to the fries. Always keep the cooking oil at the proper level by adding fresh oil, but never add good oil to bad. When oil is started to break down, it should be drained and replaced. Why bother? Here's why. The fries on the left were cooked in dirty, broken down oil. They'll draw complaints. The ones on the right were fried in clean, stable oil. They'll draw raves and repeat business. Successful food service operators know the importance of keeping cooking equipment clean and properly maintained. In deep fat frying, this is particularly important. Kettles should be thoroughly cleaned between each oil change. And make sure no soap or cleaning residue is left in the fry kettle. The chemicals in these compounds can pollute the oil, speed breakdown, and cause a highly unpleasant taste in the food. Speaking of oil, make sure you always use high-quality cooking oil of a grade that is made specially for professional heavy-duty deep-fat frying. It always pays to use the highest quality, heavy-duty professional fry kettles, just like it pays to use the best potatoes. And when you follow the manufacturer's recommendations, you will always get the most for your money in terms of efficient, trouble-free, profitable frying. I believe Ore-Ida French fries are the best. But to get the most from the best, you must fry right. The effort is really worth it.
The results will pay off in a way I know you'll appreciate. Customer satisfaction.
Thanks a million, Spud.
My pleasure, Pop.
Wouldn't you like to stay for lunch?
Gee, I really gotta run. Thanks.
So long, Spud.
Apparently, Pop had taken my advice seriously. Business went through the roof like a B-movie getaway car through a balsa wood roadblock. The place was packed. One day, I happened to be in the neighborhood, so I decided to drop in for lunch.
If you'll step this way, please, and enjoy your meal.
Say, how does a fella get a lunch around here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Spud. You should have made a reservation.
Reservation?
You can see how busy we are. Come on.
Ah, Bob, you really had me going there. I'll take some of those beautiful fries.
Specialty of the house, Louis.
Louis?
I trained them myself.
Magnificent. Ore-Ida, the finest. Couldn't be happier for you, Pop.
Did you know that it's like this every day?
Hot, huh?
And so another potato caper drew to a successful close. Pop went on to franchise French fry cooking schools throughout the country. And I went back to my Ore-Ida brochure.